Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, and this is the day of the week where we kind of focus on older games. Not super old games, but games that probably are not on your radar anymore because they're simply older than the ones you're used to finding videos about here on the YouTubes and on Board Game Geek and wherever else you might frequent to find board game content. So, that's what we're doing today. We're going to kick off today with talking about two games from my collection that are older. Now, older is a relative term because what one person might think is old isn't what another person might think is old. So I get that, but that's why it's kind of an arbitrary term. And I try to use the word older instead of old games because, well, I think it's a little bit more accurate. Stefan is here. Good to see you, Stefan. Good to see you. Good to see you. Tom is here. Good to see you. Patrick. All right. Patrick is here. Karen, hello, hello. And Tom is saying hi to everybody as well. Thank you all for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. We are going to be talking about a couple of older games today, and we'll get to the contest in just a minute. That's something I'd probably need to advertise a little bit more. The fact that we actually do, weekly giveaways here on the channel. Not just, well, speaking of giveaways, if you haven't yet already, send me an email. We're running a contest. Well, not really a contest. It's just a giveaway. There's no contest. We're doing a giveaway for Charcuterie, the board game, and the special Kickstarter edition of the component bag that replaces the burlap sack one that comes in this. The burlap sack one is really cool, actually. But this one is, it looks like cheese. And so a cheese bag with a charcuterie, yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, we're doing a giveaway for this right now. It's going to run until midnight, June 15th. That is going to be Saturday, June 15th, until midnight Pacific time. I got it this time, Kabuki. She's not here right now, but she made sure of pointing that out. That is open to everyone. Worldwide giveaway. And that's what we're doing. You can get a copy of this right here. We will send it to you anywhere in the world. But what you need to do in order to get an entry into this giveaway is you need to send me an email at flipsideobg@gmail.com. And that is going to give you an entry to win this. Now, what do you need to put in that? First of all, in the subject heading, I want you to put changes. That's going to tell me that this is for the giveaway. If you forget to do that, it's not a big deal. What you really need to make sure you do is in the body of the email, you need to give me 3 kinds of videos. 3 kinds of videos in order. First, second, and third. 3 kinds of videos that you would like to see us add to the channel. And I mean add very specifically. We're not going to replace any of the content that we're currently doing. We want to see what we can add. All right, and so that's what we're doing. That's what needs to be in the email. You can send that to me by June 15th at midnight Pacific time. We will then do a random drawing using randomgenerator.com, randomnumbergenerator.com, or random.com or something like that. And anyway, it's going to be a random number generator. We're going to do that. We're going to find the winner using that random number generator, and then we will announce that winner on Wednesday, June 19th. All right, just before, well, actually the first day of Origins. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Matthew Vincent is here. Hello, hello. Good to have you here. So if you have not yet already, go ahead and send us an email. Get yourself an entry to win Charcuterie, the board game, and the cheese bag. All right, that's what we're doing right now. Go ahead and do that. But in addition to that, we do giveaways every single Tuesday right here on this video. So we have a little kind of a competition with everybody that's in the live chat. That competition is basically if you can guess what game we're going to go over each time we do that. And we do 2 of them. So we do 2 giveaways every Tuesday. And so what I do is I give a few hints about what the game is going to be. Whomever is the first one to guess, I send stickers and a surprise to you via the U.S. Postal Service. And this also is open to anyone. So there you have it. Karen, thank you, Sam. Got my package. Boom! Very good. Thank you again to Ryan for picking me. Yep, Ryan was cool that way. Crager the Gamer's here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, Crager. I appreciate it. Or is it Krager? Is it Krager or Crager? I know it's a G. Craig the Gamer, or Crager the Gamer. Either one will work. But anyway, hello. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's kick things off. First things foremost. First game that we're going to talk about was from 2010, a whopping 14 years ago. 14 years ago is what this one goes for. And the second is going to be, I'll give you 2 mechanisms. The second is, so the first hint, it was created in 2010. That's when it was released. And the second hint I'm going to give you is 2 mechanisms. First one is dice rolling, and the second one is open drafting. All right, so those are your first 2 clues for the first game that we're going to go over today. It was released in 2010, and the 2 mechanisms are dice rolling and open drafting. So those are the 2 that I'm going to give you. What we do now, just to let everybody in on it, what we do here is we allow everybody to participate. Hello, Wes. Good to see you. Everyone can participate. But if you are a former winner, then, and you guess correctly first, you get to pick somebody in the chat, preferably somebody who hasn't won recently, and they will get your prize for having guessed if you are a recent winner. If you have won in the past, whether it is by proxy, in other words, somebody else won and they picked you, or if you were the one who got the question, if you have received a prize from me, you can still participate. But if you win, you have to pick somebody else in the chat that hasn't won yet, and they will give it away. But at any rate, it's out of my hands. Okay? It's out of my hands. All right, Patrick Wells says Quarriors. No, that's not correct. Good pick, though. That's a fun game. Very fun game. Good morning, Wes. I think I already said hi to you, Wes, but I just wanted to make sure. We already have our first guess in Quarriors. I do also want to say Rune Wars. Also a good guess, but no. I also want to say you have the opportunity to use all tools at your disposal, and none of that will be considered cheating. Unless it's AI. I'm just kidding. I don't know how AI would help you with this. I'm sorry. That was on. Sometimes I just like cracking myself up. I apologize. You can use all tools at your disposal, including Board Game Geek. Do whatever you wish. You still have to make a guess, and that guess could or could not be correct. All right, so we have 2 wrong answers so far. Incorrect guesses. Let's not say wrong answers because, frankly, Quarriors is a great game and Rune Wars is a great game. I just don't own any of them, either of them. So that's why I said they are good guesses, but no, they are incorrect. So there you have it. Also, did you reply? It belongs in a museum. You should reply. So do you. Yes. That's what I'm doing. I always like to have those connections to the movies. The movies are fun, and I like watching them. So we are going to continue waiting. Oh, Patrick. Patrick sent me a picture. Okay, here we go. Ah, all right, Patrick. Nice, dude. He sent me a picture. I can't show it to you, but he sent me a picture. He's saying that he's trying out some new 3D printer software. There is a movement tray for Memoir 44. Next up will be a set for Command & Colors Napoleonics. Awesome. It looks cool. Movement trays are cool, man. That is very cool. And I also like how your tanks have enough room for 4 spaces. Awesome. Oh, wait. One for 4 and 3. So you can have them on. That's cool. Very awesome. Very awesome. Wes, the Castles of Burgundy. No, sir. No, no, no. Good try, though. I belong in a museum as well. Matthew Vincent guessed Monopoly 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa edition. No. Matter of fact, Matthew, that gets one of these. Does it do it? Come on. Do it. Oh, well, that didn't do it. I can't remember the... Oh, man. I wanted to give you the stormy one. What's the stormy one? See, the one thumb down, I thought it was like this. Yeah, there you go. That's what you get. Stormy days. What? The new kid on the block steps up to the plate and smacks the home run, baby. Krager the Gamer. Congratulations, sir. You won. You won. Alien Frontiers is the one that we're going to go talk about first. 2010. Knocked it out of the park. Wes, King of Tokyo Seasons, no, but also good guess. King of Tokyo, no, but good guess. It fit. Ride with Honor, welcome. Thank you for being here. But Krager the Gamer shows up and says, look out, y'all. This is how you do it. And that is super cool. All right, Krager the Gamer, what you need to do, my friend, is you need to send me, oops, I need to be in the actual chat here. You need to send me an email to flipsideobg@gmail.com. There you go. And you need to give me your shipping information. I'm going to send you some stickers and a surprise. All right, so welcome and thank you for participating. We'll have one more chance for another giveaway when we talk about our other game that's right over here. But let's go ahead and talk about Alien Frontiers. It's a game for 2 to 4 players. Takes they actually have a lesser than symbol, 90 minutes. So I guess 90 minutes is the maximum that you will play this game. I think that's kind of false because it depends on the players and how the players play the game, how long the game will take, and it also depends upon how many players that you have as well. So a full contingent of 4 could take you up to about the 2-hour mark if I'm remembering positively. Now here's the thing, I haven't played this game in a long time. So all of that is just based on my memory, and we've all kind of understood at this point that my memory isn't actually the best, but this is the feeling that I'm getting from it. How much money did they win? Absolutely nothing. as far as money is concerned. But they did win some cool prizes. So yeah, Krager's going to get it. You're welcome. You're welcome, Krager. Thank you for participating. All right. Don't forget to send me that email though, because I can't send it to you if I don't know where to send it. All right. So here it says, welcome to the prize of mankind's explorations. A newly discovered world deep in uncharted space. The alien civilization that once ruled here vanished long ago. And of course, we've all watched enough movies to know that if the aliens moved away, we probably don't need to go there because bad stuff is going to happen. But leaving traces of their technology and a terrain ripe for settlement, now the race is on to see who can take control of this abandoned planet. It's a board game of strategy and luck for 2 to 4 players. You will utilize orbital facilities, discover alien technology, and build colonies to control vital locations. Every maneuver has an advantage, but also a cost. And victory requires tough decisions. Assign your fleet, leverage territory bonuses, and manage resources to achieve your goals while blocking the plans of your opponents. Do you have what it takes to colonize a new world? That's what Alien Frontiers is all about. Now, I will say this. This is the old box. The artwork is like, well, it's showing its age, isn't it? They have changed the artwork on the cover. But I don't know how much has changed on the inside of the box. I think a lot of the stuff that's on the inside of the box is probably current, but the outside of the box has been changed a little bit. But Clever Mojo Games and I believe Game Salute are the 2 companies that released this game. So let's go ahead and get down to the table. Boom. We'll go to that. And I got to turn that back on because I turned it on the wrong way. Anyhow, here we have the box. So let me see. I try to put these things in properly, but not always working. All right, so here's your rule book. I always go through the rule book so that you guys can get just an idea of what the rule book looks like. You have a victory point scoreboard. You have the actual board. You have all of these guys here. Colony tokens in 4 colors. I think I have some upgrades, but I'm not absolutely sure. Opening this box is going to be as much of a surprise for me as it will for you, but gives you an idea of what you can expect from the rulebook. I would imagine this rulebook probably has been updated a little bit in the other versions that have come out. Probably, you know, maybe it'll have more graphics, more surprises and all that other kind of stuff, but you get the idea of what the rulebook has in store for you. There is a reference and a quick play reference on the back, so you don't, you probably won't have to flip through the rulebook too much, but there is that. Now, first things first, we're going to take a look at the board, and then we'll get into everything else. So the board is not huge, as you can see here. But it is pretty cool. This is that distant planet, and these are the different areas that you can control. Underneath are the different abilities that if you control that area, you'll be able to use that ability during your turn, during the course of the thing. And then there are also these little squares out here, and those are where the dice are going to be placed, and it is indicative of how many dice can be placed there before that location is shut down for further usage until those dice are removed, and so forth and so on. So this is very much in the same vein, as mechanically speaking, as something like Kingsburg, where you're going to be rolling your dice and then you can use those dice on different as workers, and you're going to place them out there, and you can do whatever it is that you say that you're going to do, wherever it says that you're going to do. So these down here underneath the line are going to be special abilities that you'll get. Area control bonuses, basically, let's put it that way. Up here, out here around the planet, these are actions that you'll be able to carry out on your turn using dice that you have rolled. So you kind of get the idea there, right? So that is Alien Frontiers there. We'll set that off to the side just so that it can stay in the picture and kind of stay there. But there is also a factions expansion, and this gives you all of the stuff that you can come. This expansion puts it out to 5 players. It adds a purple color, so you can actually you play this game with 5 players now with this expansion. But it also gives factions like the Smugglers Alliance, the Uranian Syndicate, the Corex Conglomerate, Dark Space Explorers, the new Gaia Engineers, Homesteaders Union. These are all things that Proximus Centauri Scholars, the Scavengers Fleet. So you get the idea. These are like special abilities that you'll be able to use and so forth and so on. And those are all explained on the back of the rule book as well. Here is that scoreboard that we were talking about earlier. Oh yeah, I should probably say that. I believe you are trying to reach a certain point total. Game ends as soon as one player places their last colony on the territory. We'll talk about colonies in a minute. Players tally up their victory points to verify the standings on the scoreboard, and the player with the most victory points is the winner. So it's not a race to a certain amount. You are basically trying to, I'll show you Blue's stuff here. So, come on out. Don't be shy. So here are the dice. Let's go ahead and show the dice first. And they're actually really nice dice. And that's one of the things that I always really liked about the game. They do have rounded corners, not as rounded as I like them to be a little bit, but they aren't very angular. They are rounded, and they roll pretty cool. I like them a lot. These are very nice dice. They are just regular 6-sided dice. There's nothing else custom about them, but the quality of the dice is really good. So there's that. And this is another cool thing that I always liked about the game. And these little colonies are going to be placed out here on the board for different things here. And when you place your last colony, that's what triggers the end of the game. You also have a rocket ship, which is going to be used for a victory point marker. So that's the cool thing. Now, I believe these things replaced these things. So the core game came with these little kind of wooden dome-shaped discs. That's what the original game came with. But they kind of look like Smarties, actually, if you squint your eyes. But that's what the original game came with, and there was an expansion, I believe, that where you could upgrade it to these little colony things. I'll have to show you on my phone, maybe, the difference between the two, just so that you can see it. I mean, it doesn't have to be that great, but let me see if I can get my phone working right here real quick. Boom! Video capture. iPhone camera. Did it work? Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, it's a little glitchy. Sorry. But anyway, we're going to do this, and you kind of get the idea. They're like little domed cities. And so maybe I can get it. Yeah, there you go. So they're pretty cool. They're really neat little thingies. And I'm not absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure if you can find this on a shelf somewhere, I would imagine it probably has something like this in it, but it might not. Otherwise, it's just going to have one of those things, a little blue turd. But that's what all of the different little faction thingies look like. They're pretty neat. I like them a lot. So go ahead and do that. So that's all of those things. I'm gonna put these back in here real quick. Let's do something else though. All right. So you have a lot of different tokens here, and like I said, it's been so long since I played the game, I could not tell you what all of these different tokens do. Some of these are probably just covering up spots that, Like, for example, these are showing different player numbers, so I would imagine that it has something to do with, you know, knocking out certain areas of the board for those different player counts. And there's a little rover here. I don't know what that guy does. Here are the different faction agendas. What is on the other side of the planet, right? You know what you know what's up. You know what's up if Vosho. All right, so these are some different agenda cards that comes with that faction thing. So if in-game objective is this, in-game objective is this. So it allows you to score more victory points if you do these two things. So that's another thing that came with the game, the factions cards. Here are the different faction player boards that basically just tell you what your faction is and what you can do on that thing. This, I believe, gives you another place to place a die, and then it allows you to place your token down there and do something. So again, it's been so long since I've played it, but these are cool as well. The factions expansion is a really cool thing. Otherwise, you were just basically a vanilla group of people that were going out there. Faction Pack 1 rulebook. What does this have? How is this different? One faction board, one alien tech card. Oh, it gives you another. Oh, okay. All right, so the REV may only move into a territory that shares a border with a territory in which the REV currently located. So that's what this little thing is. Bing, bing, bing. The REV. Alien tech card, seismic detonator. Well, that doesn't sound very peaceful. And the agenda cards. Okay, so that's what that came with. All right. These are, again, really cool looking dice. And these are 3 things that you can build throughout the course. And these are different abilities that can be used and placed out on the board. So it adds a little bit to the, the setup, a variable setup type thing. And then we have some more cards here. These are alien tech cards that you can have. So you can have booster pods, polarity devices, and you know you can pay to flip one of your unplaced ships to its opponent's its opposite face. So you can, and these are your ships. Your dice are your ships. So you can pay some resources to, I can take this 2 and flip it to a 5. And that might allow me to do something that I wouldn't have been able to do unless I had that second 5. So that's the kind of stuff it allows you to do. These are all of the different alien technologies. Some of them are one-time uses. Some of them are things that you can continue to do, if I'm remembering correctly. But that gives you an idea of what's going on there. And then the rest of the stuff that's in the box are just all of the different player colors that come with the game. You have green, yellow, red, blue, I already showed you. And then the expansion color for the 5th one was purple. All right, so you kind of get the idea, right? Here are different kinds of resources that you can use. I believe it's like ore and money, something to that effect. I can't remember what exactly the money was, but these are just wooden cubes and discs. That's all these are. So, you know, component-wise, for this being a 14-year-old game, it's still pretty cool. It's still pretty cool because this looks like it could be used to different areas of the planets. Yes, if you control that area, you get the card. Correct. Yes, that's correct. So, like for if you control the pole foothills, which is over here, you get to put this in front of you, and that reminds you that you're able to use that ability. So the Van Gogh Mountains are down there. And again, it's the same thing. It's just that whenever you take that region, you're able to take that card. And that shows you that somebody does indeed, trying trying to get some of these on the actual Herbert Valley. There you go. That's going to be on screen. So you get it. So once you Asimov Crater, where's Asimov Crater? There it is. I think Asimov Crater. No, that won't show. Lim Badlands. There we are. So once you take that area or you control that area, you're able to take that card and put it into your thing, and that tells you, reminds you that you can use that ability. So yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Tom. Appreciate it. So you get the idea there. All right, but that's about it as far as that's concerned. Bling is nice. That is correct. We always love some bling for our games. That's right, Stefan. They do look awesome. The upgraded domes look so much better. Yep, does look like candy. Absolutely. I have Alien Frontiers X Edition X that has all the expansions in one box. Yep, there you go. Hope you play this one later. This is probably going to be one of those ones that we do play. There is a 2-player variant. So there's also a 3-player variant. So there is multiple ways to get it to the table, and so that is something I'm going to try to do here in the near future. So we'll put that back over here, and we'll continue. We'll continue talking. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything though, so let's go ahead and put all this stuff back in there. Like a though. I don't even know why I'm keeping these things, because these are not necessary anymore. I guess I should, just to keep them. But I mean, it's like, why have them? I could use them for some other game maybe. All right, that can go back there. Then let's put these. Let's put these and these together in here. Let's consolidate, shall we? Because if I can get fewer bags in here, just like that, put that in there. Then all this stuff. Oh no! Forgot to put my rocket ship back inside here. There we go. In my bag! I think these can all fit in this. Yeah. Consolidated some bags, y'all. Anyway, how's the checks going? Bling is nice. Yep. Okay, so that was already covered. Will this fit in here? I think it will. There we go. That actually consolidated very nicely. Very happy about that. That goes in there. That goes in there. And then I think, does that fit in there? It absolutely does. Boom. And then that goes right on top. And then the rulebook, we have to make sure that the box is straight. And the rulebook goes in there straight. And now that one goes right like that. That's Alien Frontiers for y'all. All right. So, our next game is going to be... Patrick says, I pulled my copy up off the shelf, English 5th edition, according to BGG, and it contains the domes and marbleized plastic money and ore. Oh, I didn't even know they upgraded the money and the ore. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for checking that, Patrick. I appreciate that, buddy. I didn't see the names on the right bottom of the board. Who are the writers? Who are all the writers referenced on the board? Okay, Bradbury, Van Vo, Asimov, Herbert, Lim, Heinlein, and Pohl and Burroughs. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Bradbury, Burroughs, Asimov, Van Vogt, Pohl, Heinlein, Lim, and Herbert. There you go. You're welcome, Matthew. So that's Alien Frontiers. All right, let's get to the second game. The second game that we're going to be talking about today, and that... Okay, now this one has had multiple versions. Multiple reprints, I guess you could say. So there's a number of different ones that are in the year, but this one actually goes all the way back to 2007. So this is a 17-year-old game. 17-year-old game. And so that's the first. That's the first clue. Second clue is that it's going to have set collection and dice rolling. So both dice rollers, but there's going to be dice rolling and set collection in this one, and this is from 2007. 2007. So let's see how people can do on this one. And we're no longer talking about Alien Frontiers. So we'll put that off to the side. Coffee is so good. I have mochas are my bomb. So I have Black Rifle Coffee Company, Freedom Fuel. That's the actual one that I'm using today, which is one of their dark roasts. I have that in here. And then I also have some zero sugar coconut creamer, and a tablespoon, about a tablespoon and a half of zero sugar chocolate syrup. So that's my go-to. Machi Koro? What? No, sir. No, sir, Matthew Vincent. I have actually never even played Machi Koro. So I wouldn't have even known that Machi Koro was from 2007. Is it really? We've already used this one, so I'll go ahead and... Machi Koro. Now, Machi Koro is 2012, my friend. Yeah. But, okay. So that's incorrect, sir. You're off by 5 years. Indeed. Midgard. Ooh. That's not correct, but dude, you're pulling out the old school Eric Lang games. That's the predecessor to Blood Rage, dude. Awesome. Nice. You're incorrect, but good pick, man. That's pulling out the bling, brother. The OG. That puts it into perspective, though, right? That's the year that we're talking about with 2007. We're talking about pre Blood Rage years, and Blood Rage has been out for, I can't even remember the name. You would think that I would remember my own favorite games year, 2015. Wow, it took Eric 8 years to put out Blood Rage after Midgard. That's interesting. Gosh, that's unreal. All right, let's see. Who do we got here? Matthew, sorry, buddy. You get the rain again, brother. Bunnings Warehouse 2007 edition? Are you serious? Is that a real thing? Bunnings. I'm weird. It's actually a real thing. What is that? Okay, I have to know. I'm clicking on it. Bunnings Warehouse? What is that? Okay. And other elements from Bunnings, a company in Australia. What? It literally looks the same, except it maybe the property names and all that kind of stuff are different. Yeah, it looks like they're all different, but to fit, lowest prices are just the beginning. Bunnings Warehouse, that sounds like an Australian Walmart type thing. That's actually funny. All right, I take away the storm clouds. I take away the storm clouds and the rain for you. That was interesting. Well done, Matthew. You're incorrect, but well done. Thank you for the laugh. Defenders of the Realm? No, that's not correct. Archaeology? Nope. Thought Chaos in the Old World was the predecessor to Blood Rage. No. Well, Midgard is like the original version. If you go back to, let me see. Maybe I've got my. Maybe I'm just confusing because of the IPs. But yeah, Midgard actually says it's re-implemented by Blood Rage. Chaos in the Old World was 2009, and it is designed by Eric Lang. That is correct, and it did come out before Blood Rage did, but Midgard was was used as the foundation, I guess you could say, for what we know as Blood Rage now. Whereas Chaos in the Old World was designed by Eric Lang, had some of the same things in it, but Eric took Midgard and made it into Blood Rage. So he improved his former game and made it into something great. Let's see here. Matthew just wants the rain. Yeah, that's true. Well, we've got a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And is it Sharon or Sean? I can't remember. S. Mormon. I know it's. You win. And I think you've won before. So I think you have to pick somebody in the chat to win. We are talking about Colosseum today. Wasn't aware of Midgard. Cool. That's awesome, Russ. Race for the Galaxy, also a good game, but no, that's incorrect. I believe, oh man, why can't I remember? Miss Mormon, I'll put it that way. Shauna or Sharon? Goodness, why? Please tell me. I can't remember, and I'm not looking at my my email right now, so I can't look it up. But you are correct. Now, I believe, S. Mormon, you were a previous winner of one of our giveaways for It Belongs in Museums. So I believe you need to pick someone in the chat right now that has not won recently. And what you'll have to just do is pick somebody, and then I'll let you know if they've won or not, or they'll let you know if they've won or not. But yes, we are talking about Colosseum. This is a great, fun little game, and I need to fix the box cover because that's just the way I am. There we go. Wolfgang Kramer and Markus Lübke. The Emperor Titus has called for the greatest celebration in Rome's history to commemorate the opening of the Colosseum. 100 days of the grandest spectacles the empire has ever seen. Citizens have flocked to the city by the thousands, enthralled by the sight of hundreds of gladiators in battle, rare and exotic animals prowling the arena floor, and to hear and see the greatest musicians and entertainers ever assembled. As Rome's most famous impresario, you have been chosen to produce the closing finale. Titus himself has taken his seat in the Emperor's loge. At the drop of his hand, the final spectacle will begin. Your moment in the sun has come. Colosseum, nice. I've never played, but I know the Secret Cabal guys greatly prefer the original to the reprint, mostly for the art direction, I believe. That is absolutely correct. Sharon, I knew it was one of those two. I apologize. Thank you, Sharon, for putting that out there. Please, Sharon, pick someone that, if I'm remembering correctly, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember sending you something for some other reason, please let me know that. I don't want to take your win away from you, but I'm pretty sure that you have won here on It Belongs in Museum in the past. And if that's true, you need to pick somebody else in the chat for them to get a special surprise. But if you have not, please let me know. Please correct me. I'm very good with that. I'm a big boy. All right, so this is a really neat game. I didn't give one of the main mechanisms as a clue because I thought it would really kind of give it away. Has Steph won yet? Yes. Stefan won. Actually, Ryan picked him last week, I believe. And we moved that, we sent that out to him already. It's probably going to take a little bit more time to get there. I don't know if Stefan received it yet. But yes, Stefan has already won. That is correct. Anyway, auctioning and bidding is one of the main mechanisms in this because you have to auction for different kinds of tiles that represent different kinds of crew, or not crew, but cast in the show, in the finale that you're trying to put on. And that's a really cool thing. But anyway, as you guys talk about who is going to get, no, not yet received. Okay, it's going to take a little bit longer to get over there to Belgium, so, but it is in the, I think I already sent you your tracking number as well, so double check that. Make sure that, because you can check that tracking number and you can see where it's at. How about Wes? Nope, I don't think Wes has one yet, so that will be a cool thing. So Wes, you'll need to send me your address at flipsideobg@gmail.com. Sam, you can use a Bowles mark so box lids will align properly. A Bowles mark. I don't know what a Bowles mark is. What is a Bowles mark? Yeah, it's got the tracking still on the way. Okay, cool. I don't know what a Bowles mark is. What is a Bowles mark? You have to let me know this, please. Let me know. Inquiring minds and all that. All right, so let's go ahead and get down to the table. This is from Days of Wonder, and Days of Wonder has always been incredible, in my opinion at least, with their component quality and with their box inserts specifically. They always seem to put a lot of thought. Even way back with Memoir 44, there was a great insert that kept everything in the core box, all of the core components, very snug, very tight, and I liked that about Days of Wonder. So that's one of the earmarks for me of a Days of Wonder game is that they've got great components, great artwork, and they've got a great storage solution on the inside. Furthermore, their rule books were usually pretty easy to understand as well. So they've just always been a great company. So I can't say enough good about Days of Wonder. Anyway, you can see that this is an older box. There's a little bit of discoloration on one side. And so this was probably sitting on a shelf for quite some time, and the sun actually bleached out part of the thing here. But this is great. And I would definitely agree with Secret Cabal on the different art direction that some of those other, I think Tasty Minstrel did a reprint that was, the components were good. The components were great. I just didn't like the art direction that they took with it. But they also did the game service because they didn't really change anything about the game. This does have the moniker that another one is coming out this year, another reprint. And the art direction that they took for that one looks actually really, really good. So I'm interested to see if that's going to be an upgrade from this one or not, for me specifically. But I would agree with the Secret Cabal guys that the art direction of the Tasty Minstrel Games one just kind of missed it for me. I definitely much prefer the Days of Wonder one. But with that having been said, let's go ahead and get again. Bottom edge of the bottom box. Bottom edge of the bottom box. We'll have to talk more about that later. Use a marker to put a small mark at the bottom of the box so you know which way to put the lid without having to pick up the box. Look at the bottom. See? This is why I like live stuff, because you guys are so much smarter than I am. One note about the Roman Colosseum: Christians refused to fight in the Colosseum and were martyred there. That is absolutely correct. That's one of the things that happened during the for many years in the Colosseum. That is correct. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Go down to second angle. All right, so again, I haven't opened this in a while, so forgive me. What is this? Oh, I actually kept it. This is another cool thing that Days of Wonder started doing way back in the day. They actually told you where you should store everything so that you can store the game the way that they intended it for it to be stored in their storage solution. Awesome. I love it. Well done, Days of Wonder. All right, this is a bag. I don't know why this, I don't know what's in there. All right, these are different player boards that everybody would get. Now, this is a cool thing because what this does, this is all of the finales that are in the game. You have, and then on this side, you have a turn order. So what happens, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, everybody got a copy of this. So on one side, you had the phase turn. So if you had a question, you could do that. And then on the other side, it had all of the different shows that you could put on, the requirements for all of the shows, and how big your Colosseum had to be, all that kind of stuff, how many points you would get for running it, how much it costs to do it. So everything is on the sheet that you need to play the game, and that's one of the cool things about that player aid. Now, the rule book, again, remember what I said, Days of Wonder usually just kind of knocked it out of the park with their graphic design teams and all of that kind of stuff. So you kind of get the idea. This is a good pictorial view of setup and getting all of that taken care of like so. Now, this had a really cool scoring mechanism where you would score a number of points equal to the show that you put on. So if you did show 11 here, it would cost you 13 coins, and you would get 17 points from it. So you would go up to 17 points on the scoring track. But then when you would score some of these other ones, you can never go below the points that you scored for the first one. And then when you score these other ones, you go up to that certain points. And so you keep building upon your score, never going below. But if, let's say, you did this one for 18 or this one for 20 as your first one, and then later on, just so that you could score another one, you did one of these other ones, you wouldn't go backwards. You would always just stay at 20, and you would continue moving forward. So the scoring mechanism was pretty neat. I enjoyed it. But you kind of get the idea. Game ends when each player has had a chance to produce an event in the 5th and final turn. So it goes 5 rounds and so forth and so on. So additional game information, just hits and misses and that kind of thing. So that's the rule book. Yep, I was afraid of that. I've been lackluster. This is really, and I mean it, this is, I should have opened this earlier. I'm embarrassed. But this is actually a very good insert. But when you misuse and misplace games, this is what happens. So let me just take a few moments and gather my wits about me. Let's put it back on the other thing so you don't see my shame. Let's see. I like storage diagrams. Yep, they are. They're very helpful. They're very, very helpful. All right. I'm doing some... Why did I not do this before? This goes over here. That goes over there. Green. It's already out here. Loge. Corners. All right. These guys. Almost there, people. Sorry about this. I just want them. It's a me thing. It's not you. It's me. But I just want to. I want to show off. I should have. Man, stupid. I should have shown this before. I should have opened this before and gone through it because I really wanted to show off the storage solution because I think it's a great storage solution. But I'm an idiot and I forgot to clean it up, knowing that I should have cleaned it up. Where's the other green? Oh no! Whatever, shall we? Oh, there it is. There we go. Boom. All right. We're almost there, folks. Almost there. Stay on target. You're too close. Loosen up. Stay on target. Alrighty. I think we are super close. Super duper close. Alright. Ooh, I got some. Man, I want to play this game again now. See, this is one of the reasons why I like playing these, doing these things, because I'm like, ooh, I forgot I had all this, y'all. This is some bling-a-doodly. All right, that goes there. I think these little guys will go here. These guys will go here. Along with that right now, that doesn't seem like that fits quite right. So we're gonna do it this way. All right, we're there. We're almost there. Almost there. Stay with me. Stay with me. Whoopsh. There. There. Oh, you know what? I betcha it's supposed to be like this. These go in here like that. And these go in here like that. That's what it is. See, when you do it the right way, the way the folks intended it to be done, you get it done right, folks. That's the way it's supposed to be done, just like that. See? All right, now I can show it. Curious if the email for the board game swap meet got to you. It did. It did, Taylor. Thank you for sending it to me. I had some trouble getting the correct email address. I did get it. All right. Now, there we go. See? Check out that storage solution. Now, the problem that I think I'm running into is that now this came, now, okay, now I will say this. This is one thing right here that the TMZ people did absolutely correct. And that is metal coins. Metal coins for that new blinged out version, and that is the one thing that I kept from that version because I liked everything in this version much better as far as artwork and components is concerned, but these little bad boys are freaking awesome. Just want to let you know that. All right, so keep that in mind. Lids for inserts would be nice. Yeah, well, this is before the lids for inserts thing was really a happening thing. But these coins are amazing. And I don't remember absolutely. I'm pretty sure that this was a this was a thing from the Tasty Minstrel version, like the Kickstarter or something like that. But that is something that I did absolutely hold on to. Love me some metal coins. Yep. So that is that. Put that away. Now, I also want to look in here because I'm interested to see what is in here because, oh, well, look at that. I have some old money coins from the old version. What? That needs to go back in there. Oh, I bet you this is all coins. No, that can't be. I don't know what it is. I'm going to open it up. What is this? Huh. Interesting. Why? Oh, I bet you that these are the, yep. Okay, got it. All right, these are all of the starting ones. These are all of the starting crew members and cast members that we can have. So those go in here like so, because these are the ones that we start with, and then these are the ones that will come out as the game progresses. All of these different things, and that's why these are in the bag, to keep them separate from the starting ones. Got it. I'm an idiot, but okay, so this is what the coins that the original version came with. Gives you an idea there. It's just a cardboard token with one on the other side and then like some kind of weird looking face on the other. But you get that. So those will be put off to the side. These are what are in that bag, and I don't think this bag came with anything. You had to produce one. Maybe it did come with one. I don't know. I don't remember. I can barely remember what I did this morning. This is the board for the game. And so basically, this is the track that Okay, let me get some of this stuff out. So if I'm playing green, boom and boom. So, okay, here we go. If I'm playing green and I'm the third player, then I start out here just like this. Boom, and this is my Colosseum on the board. All right, and the reason it has holes in it is because these little guys are going to be moving around the board like so. Bing, 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 bing. This is the Emperor. These are consoles. And then these are just like regular dudes. And they're going to be moving around the board at certain points in time. The players can move them for different reasons, or different abilities will allow you to move these guys where you at. But you really want the Emperor to come to your show because you're going to score more points that way. You'll score second most points if a console is there, and you'll score a little amount of points if one of these regular dudes is here. So that's why these are here. One of the cool things that you can do, though, is to increase the probability of the Emperor landing in your area, you can build extensions to your Colosseum and make it larger so that there's a higher probability of the Emperor or one of those proconsuls stopping in your arena. And of course, everybody's trying to do this. You'll see that these different places, the proconsul will start here. One of those guys starts here. Another one of the yellow dudes starts over here at this yellow one. Another one of the proconsuls starts over there, and then the Emperor starts over there, and this guy starts here. So that just gives you an idea of where things start on the board. Let me see. Let me move these over. So you kind of get the idea, right? Whoa, you don't fall. Don't slide. Earthquake. So you get the idea, right? But out in the middle, you have different things that are going to come up during the course of the game. So different cast members and different elements of the shows that you're putting out here are going to come out here, and they're going to be part of the draft, or not the draft, but the auction that's out here. And so when you are drafting, one person will start the draft or the auction by saying, okay, I want these. And they have to announce how much gold they're going to spend on that. And then everybody else is going to try to gain, and then it goes around the board. Whoever has the highest bid gets to take those. If the person that started the bid on this one didn't win it, then it's still their turn to announce which ones we're going to bid on. And it keeps going that way until everybody has won one set of 3 things, and then those 3 things get put into your personal display, and so forth and so on. And then at some point you're going to have all of the things that you need to put on the show that you're trying to put on, and you'll score victory points for that. And it continues to do that. You do that for 5 rounds, I believe is what it said it did. And then at the end of the 5th round, whoever has the most points is the winner. So that's the gist of the game. But so it's really just an auctioning bidding game. But the cool factor for me was the set collection that went along with that bidding. Now it could be, hate drafts and hate bidding and all of that kind of stuff is a real thing in it. I believe that Lance Meister still holds a grudge against me for hate drafting or hate bidding against him in a game that we played at MeepleCon with the TMG version of their version of the game. So when he was working for Tasty Minstrel, but that just adds to another kind of cool thing about it. The what do I call it? It's a memorable game, if I can put it that way. It's a memorable game. That's basically it. So basically, these two dice are going to be rolled. This is where the dice rolling comes in, and you'll be able to, for example, you can, if I roll 6 and a 1, 2, 3, I can basically move one of those people, the proconsul, the emperor, one of these things. Is that a 6? Yeah, 6. 6 spaces, and the other one I can move it 1 to 3. So that's where the dice rolling comes into it. These are the different cards or tokens that represent the different shows that you're going to be putting on. And it's once you put it on, you'll be able to flip it over. So the first time you do it, you'll score the points that are down at the bottom, and then you'll flip it over, and it'll be +5 points for any future one that you do. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. So, but you always go up in points, you never go backwards in points. There's also trading in the game where you can, so the different sizes of the shows denote basically how many things you have. So you get the idea, right? These are all of the requirements of the show. You have to have your Colosseum that large. And for that's another thing. You could put on the show and not have everything that you need, but you would get a number of points based on how many things you're missing. So I could put this show on with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, with missing 6 things. But I only get 8 points for it instead of the 45. If I'm missing 1, I get 40 points. If I'm missing 2 elements, I get 34 points, and so forth and so on. So you could always put on the show. You could even put on the same show a number of different times, but you're only going to score the number of points that you're getting. So I just thought it was a really cool thing. Really cool. You can also have these little guys here, which if you have the most of these different kinds of elements of the show, you'll get +4 points. If you have the most horses, or if you have the most musicians, or if you have the most warriors, soldiers in the game, whatever. So that was a cool thing that you could have as well. But this is a really fun game. Really, really fun game. Really enjoy it a lot. I think it's one of the best, one of my favorite, I guess you could say, auction and bidding games. And I really have enjoyed it over the years. Let's see, that will go in there. Well, let's see if we can make them fit a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. These will go back in here like that. And oh, I'm sorry. These are like I wonder if I have these in the wrong spots. Kerplink. Kerplink. I don't know. Let me look at my sheet, because we have a sheet. I'm going to look. Huh. Bing, bing. Okay, these definitely go here. All the coins go down here. All of these go in there. Yeah. So, yeah, I had things a little bit off, but that's okay. I put a couple of these in here just because it'll make it stay a little bit tighter. But I think I've added some things to it as well, because there are some things that are not on this paper. I've replaced the coins. Yeah. No worries. I did the best I could. These would normally go down here along with the other cardboard tokens, but because those take up that space, they go back in here. But it doesn't bother me. It does make that the... this is kind of a cannibalized version from an older game into some of the components of the newer game. So it's not going to fit in here exactly correctly, but you get what I'm saying about the storage solution here, right? It works really well. I mean, there's a spot for everything, correct? You know what I'm saying? I just really think that's cool. Really think that's cool. The fact that these are not equal is bugging me. So I'm going to make them slightly more equal. Nope. No, there's too many over here. I'm sorry. I'm just exhibiting my weird stuff. All right, so now the board goes back in here like this. We'll have these guys kind of sit in here like that. These guys kind of sit in here like this. Along with that, I don't really need that, but this like this. And now I'm going to do that again because that's just how I roll, y'all. But it's in there correctly. That is Colosseum. All right. I recall learning this at MeepleCon. Fun game indeed. Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, Patrick, I believe the same MeepleCon that we met at, where we began our tradition of playing Memoir 44 every year together at MeepleCon / Dice Tower West, was the same one in which Lance and was with TMG, and he was there pushing their version of Colosseum. I played it with them, and apparently won because I hate drafted or hate bid so that he couldn't get what he needed. I don't recall, but that is his story, and we're sticking to it. But that is a pretty cool thing. I really enjoy this game a lot. Now I have a huge desire to play it again, frankly. So those are the two games that we've talked about today. We have done Alien Frontiers and Colosseum. Let's get both of them in there just like that. So that is It Belongs in a Museum. A couple of really cool games. This one for sure is not going to leave my collection. This one for sure is not going to leave my collection. This one is on the fence. I got to play it again because if I remember correctly, it is very similar, at least in feel, to Kingsburg. And I like Kingsburg a lot. But I do need to play this again. I need to revisit it to see if it's going to be one that stays in my collection. But this one has a permanent, this is like a permanent residency. This one has tenure. This one's not going anywhere unless it chooses to leave. And let's just face it, it's an inanimate object. It does not have a will of its own. So I'm probably going to be keeping this one for the better part of eternity. This one I need to play again. And I do enjoy the game, but I think it is very similar to Kingsburg, and I like Kingsburg a little bit better. So I got to play it again to see how I feel about it. So there you have it. Kabuki Kid shows up! We were talking about you earlier, Kabuki. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. All right, so Krager the Gamer, you need to send me an email. I don't know if you have yet because I haven't checked my email. But Krager the Gamer, you need to send me an email. Wes, you need to send me an email with your address information so I can mail out some stickers and a surprise. Surprise. All right? Both great games. Colosseum is a step above sometimes. I absolutely agree. Sam is practicing board game slavery, keeping them against their will. They don't have a will. They're inanimate objects. They don't have a will. So, unless Jesse really likes Alien Frontiers. I don't... See, I think Alien Frontiers is more complex than Kingsburg, and for that reason, singularly... Did I say that right? I don't know that that was right. But anyway, for that single reason, I think Alien Frontiers is on its heels. Because I'm pretty sure she enjoys Kingsburg. And I think Alien Frontiers is slightly more complex, so I don't know that she will enjoy Alien Frontiers more than Kingsburg. But we'll have to see. Email sent. Thank you again. You are absolutely welcome, Krager. Thank you for playing. And hey, spread the word. Spread the word that we do giveaways and that we give. We try to spread the love. That helps us. The more subscribers we get, the more people we get watching our videos and liking them and talking about them and talking about stuff in the comments and because we read all the comments and we try to respond to many of the comments, not all, because that in and of itself could become a full-time job, but we do try to. I read everything and I give a like to every single comment. Boom, 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 boom. So spread the word, y'all. Word of mouth is one thing that can really help the channel. So I would appreciate it if you did that. I actually prefer Alien Frontiers to Colosseum. Both are great games, though. Kabuki, we can't all be right all of the time. So you have the right to be wrong every once in a while, and this is definitely one of those times where you can definitely be right. And I won't hold it against you, because people do get misguided every once in a while, and we have to reach out in love and grace when that happens. You went up by 0.01 since yesterday. Yes, I did, and that is a cool thing. That is a cool thing. We're up to 7.29 now, from 7.25 a couple weeks ago. So the upward movement has resumed, and that's what we're really trying to keep. We want that upper movement to continue moving in that direction. So Wes, if you're still here, make sure you send me an email to flipsideobg@gmail.com with your shipping information so that I can get that to you. And as long as I get your stuff today, I'll probably get it into the mail tomorrow morning, and we'll get all that ready to go for you. All right, well, we're out of here, folks. Thank you for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. Don't forget, if you're new, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so that you can be reminded by the YouTube whenever we have a new video coming out. Now, I do need to say something real quick. Normally, there's going to be a time on our Tuesdays live stream. We weren't able to get that scheduled. We actually did schedule it last night. We were planning on playing, I pulled it down. Where is it? Rise of Augustus. We were going to play that today, but one of our children and one of our teenagers and the band director decided to not tell us that there was a concert this evening. That is the end of the year concert for one of the things that one of our teenagers is in. And then we didn't know about that until after I scheduled it yesterday. So yeah, we won't be able to do our live stream this afternoon, but we'll get to it next week. We absolutely promise that. It might even be Rise of Augustus. We'll have to make sure that's the case, but we will get back to that. I had to cancel it. I even tried to call an audible to see if JT could get back in time to take Jesse's place, but he wasn't sure that he would be able to do it. So I just canceled it. We'll get back to it. You do have another video coming this afternoon, though. It is my 5 games that I want to demo at Origins, and it's a much shorter video. So come on back later on this afternoon for that. and we'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.